Have you ever felt the spark of love only to see it fade away over time? In this video, we explore the story of Ana and Javier, a couple who once thought their love was unbreakable. But as the years passed, challenges arose that tested their bond, leading to difficult choices and profound lessons about love, respect, and personal boundaries. Stay with us until the end to discover how both Ana and Javier found peace and happiness, and what this journey can teach you about building lasting, meaningful relationships. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. Your support means a lot, so if you find value in this video, please give it a thumbs up to help spread our message. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Ana and Javier's love story began in the dynamic, spirited environment of their university, a place brimming with youthful exuberance and boundless opportunities. Ana was deeply engrossed in her studies of psychology, a discipline that allowed her to delve into the intricate labyrinth of the human psyche. Javier, on the other hand, was entirely devoted to his engineering courses, fueled by a fervent desire to unravel complex challenges and create innovative solutions that would shape a brighter future. Their paths crossed one fateful evening at a lively student gathering. Amidst the noise and excitement, their eyes met, and in that brief moment, it felt as though the world around them had faded into the background. There was an unspoken connection, an electrifying moment of clarity that told them both that their meeting was far from ordinary. It was as if fate had woven their lives together in that instant, making it impossible for them to return to a life without one another. That night, what began as a casual encounter turned into a profound exchange of thoughts, dreams, and aspirations. They lost track of time as they shared their hopes for the future, their deepest fears, and the unique passions that drove them. Their laughter echoed through the room, a testament to the effortless bond that had begun to form between them. It was a connection so natural, so easy, that it felt as though they had been friends for years. In the days and weeks that followed, what had started as a serendipitous meeting blossomed into a beautiful friendship. Ana found herself drawn to Javier's relentless drive and his infectious enthusiasm for his work. The way his eyes sparkled when he talked about his engineering projects made her heart swell with admiration. She was captivated by his vision and his unyielding commitment to creating a future filled with possibilities. Javier, too, found himself enchanted by Ana's deep well of empathy and her remarkable ability to truly listen to those around her. Her wisdom and gentle kindness touched him in a way that was entirely new to him, making him feel seen and appreciated in ways he had never known before. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. As their friendship grew, so did their love. Their relationship blossomed like a garden in full bloom, each moment together watering the seeds of affection and trust they had planted. They shared countless joys, from the peaceful serenity of hiking through nature's trails, where they found comfort in each other's presence, to the warmth of cozy movie nights at home, where they created a sanctuary of love, understanding, and mutual respect. Their bond was something rare and precious, a love that felt unbreakable, a partnership that promised to stand strong against whatever life might bring. Reflecting on their journey, it's impossible not to feel overwhelmed with emotion. The connection between Ana and Javier wasn't just a meeting of minds, it was a meeting of souls. Two individuals who, against all odds, found in each other a love that felt destined. Their story is a poignant reminder of how powerful true love can be when it is nurtured with care, respect, and an unshakable belief in one another. In every challenge they faced, they discovered new depths to their connection, proving that the most beautiful relationships are those that are built on a foundation of shared dreams, endless support, and a love that grows stronger with each passing day. But as with any journey of love, Ana and Javier's path wasn't without its obstacles. Over time, subtle differences between them began to surface, growing more significant as they moved forward together. One of the most challenging issues they faced was the disparity in their sexual desires. Javier's passion and libido were notably more intense than Anna's, and while they initially managed to find a balance that worked for both of them, this imbalance gradually became a source of strain in their relationship. Javier, always adventurous and open-minded, began to express a desire to explore new facets of their intimacy, including the possibility of engaging in anal sex, a suggestion that left Anna feeling uncomfortable and uncertain. For Anna, this request was not merely about a sexual preference. It touched on something much deeper within her, something that stirred feelings of vulnerability and discomfort that she found difficult to put into words. She cherished their connection and the love they shared, but this particular boundary that Javier wished to push felt too intimate, too invasive, for her to accept without hesitation. The idea made her uneasy, not just physically, but emotionally, as it seemed to challenge the safe space they had created together. Javier, on the other hand, didn't see it as merely an act of physical intimacy. For him, it was about deepening their bond, exploring every possible way to become closer to Anna, and achieving a level of connection that he believed would bring them to new heights of closeness. He yearned for a relationship where nothing was off limits, where they could explore every aspect of their desires together, and this became a symbol of that ideal for him. As they attempted to navigate this delicate issue, the foundation of their relationship began to tremble under the weight of their differing needs and boundaries. It was an emotional and challenging time for both of them. Anna found herself caught in a whirlwind of conflicting emotions, torn between her deep love for Javier and the discomfort that his request evoked. She wrestled with her feelings, trying to reconcile her love for him with the fear that granting his wish might compromise her own sense of security and self-respect. Javier, too, struggled with his emotions. He was frustrated, not just because of Anna's reluctance, but because he feared that his desires were creating a divide between them. There was a sadness in him, a worry that this difference in their sexual needs might be driving a wedge into the heart of their relationship, a relationship he valued more than anything else. He didn't want to hurt Anna, but he also didn't want to suppress his own desires, leading to a complex and painful dilemma that neither of them found easy to resolve. Their love was being tested in ways they had never anticipated, and it required a level of understanding, patience, and communication that they hadn't needed before. It wasn't just about navigating their physical intimacy, it was about respecting each other's boundaries while finding a way to stay connected emotionally and spiritually. The journey was difficult, fraught with moments of doubt and fear, but also filled with the hope that their love was strong enough to survive this challenge. It was a testament to the complexity of relationships, where love and desire sometimes clash, but where the true measure of a bond is found in how both partners choose to face these challenges together. Their story is a powerful reminder that love, no matter how profound, is often a journey fraught with challenges that demand both partners to navigate with a delicate balance of care, understanding, and patience. It underscores the truth that even the most unbreakable bonds can face trials that push their limits and test their resilience. Yet, it also carries a message of hope, a belief that with honest communication and a deep respect for one another, even the most daunting issues can be tackled, allowing love to grow, evolve, and ultimately flourish despite the obstacles in its way. One evening, in a moment heavy with emotion, Javier tried to articulate the turmoil he felt inside. "It's not just about agreeing or refusing," he said, his voice tinged with both frustration and earnestness. "For me, true intimacy must be built on a foundation of mutual respect and a genuine understanding of each other's boundaries. This isn't something I can compromise on, and I need you to understand where I'm coming from." Despite his best efforts to remain patient and empathetic, Javier couldn't shake the growing dissatisfaction that gnawed at him. He began to feel as though his own needs and desires were being consistently overlooked, and this sense of neglect gradually gave way to a deep-seated resentment towards Anna's repeated refusals. On the other side, Anna found herself increasingly overwhelmed by a sense of pressure and inadequacy, as if her love and commitment weren't enough to meet Javier's expectations. She started to feel that no matter how much she gave, it could never satisfy the depths of Javier's desires, leaving her feeling more vulnerable and isolated with each passing day. As time marched on, the vibrant and passionate connection that had once been the cornerstone of their relationship began to fade. The once bright flame that had drawn them together started to flicker under the weight of daily life, work, routines, and the mounting responsibilities that seemed to chip away at the love they once shared. The emotional distance between them grew wider with every day, and the arguments that had once been rare and easily resolved now became frequent, more hurtful, and left lasting wounds that neither could ignore. Ana could feel Javier withdrawing emotionally, a slow but unmistakable pulling away that she didn't know how to stop. In response, she began to close herself off, retreating from the intimacy they had once cherished, distancing herself from his needs and desires as a means of self-preservation. The warmth and connection they had once thrived on dwindled to almost nothing, replaced by a cold and painful silence that neither knew how to break. Javier, consumed by his growing frustration, found himself spending more and more time away from home, seeking refuge in anything that could distract him from the emptiness that now defined his relationship with Ana. Whether it was work, hobbies, or simply time alone, he grasped at anything that could offer a temporary escape from the reality of the widening gap between them. Meanwhile, Ana threw herself into her work and other activities with a desperate fervor, trying to fill the void and avoid facing the painful truth of how far they had drifted apart. The love that once seemed invincible now felt fragile, as if it could shatter under the weight of their unspoken fears and unmet needs. Their story, once full of promise and hope, had taken a darker turn, illustrating the painful truth that without mutual understanding, respect, and communication, even the deepest love can struggle to survive. Yet, it also serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of those very elements, understanding, respect, and communication, as the keys to healing, growth, and, ultimately, the rekindling of a love that once burned so brightly. It was during this dark and turbulent time in Javier's life that he met Laura, a colleague whose vibrant energy and adventurous spirit seemed to be everything he had been yearning for. From the moment they met, there was an unmistakable chemistry between them, a spark that reignited feelings Javier hadn't felt in years. Their interactions, which began as casual conversations during lunch breaks, quickly evolved into something deeper, something that blurred the lines between professionalism and personal connection. Laura, with her sharp intuition and genuine warmth, could sense the sadness that lingered behind Javier's smile. She gently nudged him to open up, to share the burden he was carrying alone. One day, with a heavy heart and a voice tinged with sorrow, Javier finally confessed what he had been holding inside for so long. "I'm not happy in my marriage," he said, his words heavy with the weight of unspoken pain. "I feel like there's a part of me that will never be understood or fulfilled." It was a moment of vulnerability that left Javier feeling both relieved and exposed. Laura listened intently, her empathy and understanding offering him the emotional connection he had been craving. She didn't judge him, nor did she try to fix him. Instead, she provided a space where he felt truly seen and heard, something that had been missing in his life for far too long. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. As their bond deepened, the line between friendship and something much more intimate began to blur. Laura became more than just a colleague. She became the person who filled the void that had grown within Javier. She was willing to explore with him the aspects of sexuality that had been left unfulfilled in his marriage, offering him a sense of liberation that he had long desired. In Laura, Javier found an outlet for the parts of himself that had been stifled, parts that he had almost forgotten existed. For the first time in years, he felt alive, free to express his desires without fear of judgment or rejection. But with this newfound freedom came a crushing sense of guilt and an awareness of the deceit that now defined his life. As much as Laura brought excitement and fulfillment, Javier couldn't escape the reality of the web of lies he was weaving. Each day, the burden of living a double life grew heavier, and the thrill of his new relationship was increasingly overshadowed by the torment of betraying Ana. The comfort and familiarity of his life with Ana, the woman who had once been his everything, stood in stark contrast to the exhilarating yet perilous new world that Laura had introduced him to. Javier found himself torn between these two worlds, struggling to reconcile his longing for something more with the painful knowledge that his actions were causing irreparable harm to the woman he had once vowed to love and protect. Javier's internal conflict deepened with each passing day. The joy and liberation he found with Laura were inextricably linked to the guilt and self-loathing that came from betraying Ana. He was living in a constant state of turmoil, liberated by the new experiences, but imprisoned by the lies he had to tell to maintain this precarious balance. His heart was in a tragic battle, caught between the pull of his old life and the allure of the new one. The love that had started with such hope and promise was now teetering on the brink of collapse, with Javier caught in the middle, painfully aware that every choice he made was pushing him closer to the edge of a precipice from which there might be no return. Ana couldn't ignore the growing distance between her and Javier. Subtle changes in his behavior, once easy to dismiss, now felt like glaring signs that something was terribly wrong. The way he seemed more distracted, less engaged, and emotionally absent was becoming too obvious to overlook. Her instincts, always sharp, whispered that there was more to his detachment than the usual stress or fatigue. The unease gnawed at her, keeping her awake at night, until one evening she could no longer bear the weight of her suspicions. Gathering every ounce of courage, Ana decided to confront Javier. Her heart pounded in her chest as she approached him, trying to keep her voice steady despite the fear that gripped her. "Javier, is there something you need to tell me?" she asked, her tone calm but her insides churning with anxiety. She fought to maintain her composure, even as a storm of fear and uncertainty swirled within her. Javier, crushed under the heavy burden of his own deceit, knew that the time had come to reveal the truth he had been hiding. The guilt had become unbearable, suffocating him to the point where he could no longer pretend that everything was fine. With a heavy heart, he confessed his infidelity. The words came out slowly, each one like a hammer blow to the fragile world they had built together. For a moment, it was as if time itself had frozen, the air thick with the weight of what he had just admitted. Ana felt as though the ground had been ripped out from under her. The betrayal was a wound so deep that it cut through her very being, not just because of the infidelity itself, but because it confirmed her deepest fears, that the love she had poured into their relationship, so freely and selflessly, had not been enough for Javier. The realization shattered her, leaving her feeling exposed and heartbroken, as if the very foundation of her life had crumbled in an instant. The decision to end their relationship was excruciating, but it quickly became clear that it was the only path forward. The separation was a painful and messy process, filled with sorrow, anger, and a flood of accusations as they tried to make sense of what had gone wrong. The life they had once shared, full of dreams and plans, unraveled before their eyes. Javier, feeling the weight of his choices, moved in with Laura, leaving Ana behind to grapple with the ruins of the world they had once built together. Alone in the aftermath, Ana was consumed by a whirlwind of emotions, overwhelming pain, deep confusion, and an all-encompassing sense of loss. The heartbreak was almost unbearable, and the process of rebuilding her life felt like an impossible task. Every day was a struggle as she faced the reality of her new life without Javier. Yet, as the days turned into weeks and the weeks into months, Ana slowly began to heal. The pain didn't disappear overnight, but little by little, she started to reclaim her sense of self. Through this painful journey, Ana discovered a strength she hadn't known she possessed. She learned to pick up the pieces of her shattered life and began to rebuild not just her world, but her own identity. It was a slow, arduous process, but with time, Ana found moments of peace and clarity. She started to see that life, though scarred by the past, still held possibilities for her, a future that, while different from what she had imagined, was still hers to shape. And with that realization came a glimmer of hope, a sign that even in the darkest of times, healing and growth were possible. In the quiet moments of her solitude, Ana experienced a profound awakening. Her self-worth was never dependent on someone else's validation, least of all Javier's. She came to understand that self-love and the respect she held for her own boundaries were not just important, they were the bedrock of any truly healthy relationship. With each new day, Ana grew stronger, gradually reclaiming the identity and inner strength she had once lost sight of. She realized that genuine love must first blossom within oneself, and only by honoring her own needs could she ever hope to find the love she genuinely deserved. As for Javier, his journey was equally transformative, though fraught with different lessons. While he initially found the sexual fulfillment he had long craved with Laura, it wasn't long before he discovered that satisfying physical desires alone could not sustain the deep, meaningful connection he longed for. The guilt over betraying Anna, combined with the heartache of losing a love that had once been so pure and true, compelled Javier to reflect deeply on the choices he had made. He came to understand that true love is about far more than just physical attraction. It requires emotional intimacy, mutual respect, and a commitment to growing together, even when faced with the toughest challenges. Ultimately, both Anna and Javier emerged from the wreckage of their relationship with invaluable insights that reshaped their lives. Anna learned the importance of prioritizing her own happiness and well-being, realizing that she was whole and complete in her own right. She no longer needed someone else to define her worth. Javier, on the other hand, came to see that love is not just about fulfilling personal desires, but about cultivating a connection that transcends the physical, one that is deeply rooted in trust, understanding, and a genuine appreciation for each other's whole being. Their journey, though painful and filled with heartache, became a powerful teacher for both of them. Anna discovered the importance of self-respect and the need to prioritize her own emotional health in all her relationships. Javier learned that love requires more than just passion. It demands the willingness to be vulnerable, to communicate openly, and to nurture a bond that is built on a foundation of respect and shared values. The story of Anna and Javier serves as a poignant reminder that the foundation of true love lies in mutual respect, honest communication, and a deep understanding of each other's boundaries. While sexual desire is undoubtedly a vital component of intimacy, it is only one piece of the complex puzzle that sustains a relationship. The wisdom to recognize and honor both our needs and those of our partner is essential for building a relationship that is not only healthy but enduring. Their journey shows us that love, when rooted in mutual respect and self-awareness, has the power to grow and flourish, even after the most painful of endings. As Anna and Javier went their separate ways, they each embarked on unique journeys of personal growth and self-discovery. Anna, in particular, found solace and renewed purpose by reconnecting with her passion for psychology. Drawing from her own experiences, she dedicated herself to helping others navigate their paths toward healing and self-awareness. Her work became a living testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the transformative power of self-love. Through her guidance, many found the strength to heal, just as she had, proving that the journey to self-understanding can be a source of profound change and empowerment. Javier, too, underwent a significant transformation. He approached future relationships with a newfound respect for empathy and understanding, realizing that these values are the true foundation of any deep, meaningful connection. The lessons he learned from his past mistakes shaped him into a more thoughtful and compassionate partner, better equipped to build relationships that were grounded in mutual respect and emotional intimacy. In the end, both Anna and Javier discovered peace and happiness, each in their own way. Their story serves as a powerful reminder that every ending, no matter how painful, holds the promise of a new beginning. It highlights the critical importance of self-love as the foundation upon which true love with another person can be built. Their journey shows us that even the most challenging experiences can lead to growth, understanding, and ultimately, a more fulfilling life. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for joining us in exploring this story. We hope it resonated with you and offered valuable insights into the complexities of love, respect, and relationships. If you found this video meaningful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more thought-provoking content. We'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to share your reflections in the comments below. What are your views on the role of self-love and setting boundaries in relationships? We look forward to reading your insights. Until next time, take care and continue nurturing the love and respect in your life. What have you learned so far from Anna and Javier's story? We'd love to hear your thoughts, so please share one thing you've learned and will bring to practice in your own life in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful content. Thank you for watching, and until next time.